Thanks for staying with us on Breakfast Central. It's the last lap, and we are going straight to the front pages of the newspapers. We do have the one and only, you could call him the chartered, respected, honorable accountant of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Not accountant of Nigeria, but he's a respected accountant, by the way. He's also a seasoned public affairs analyst, a golfer, and not forgetting to one who is focused. You know, he blazes his focus, if you want to put it that way. Public affairs analyst Sesan Okunade joins us this morning. Good morning.
Sesan Okunade, wow, that intro almost...
I was a bit worried, Joe, because it's given that he's left TV to now work in a laundromat.
Oh, hype.
Now, washing, a lot of washing this morning.
Okay.
It's not like you do not deserve the washing.
Wow.
You do deserve it.
Wow. Maybe I should take over Opebolo's hype man.
Yeah.
Akpako governor. Governor, where
I would have been saying, Akpas.
Okay,
you know.
Enough. Gentlemen.
Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Daddy. Good morning. Glad to be with you this morning. And like we said behind this, maybe one of these days we engage you to play golf. It's a game that...
I wanted to sign up to the club and I saw the figures.
No, there are figures.
Joe, please don't embarrass us on national
The barriers to entry are very high.
No, they are not. They are meant for... They are meant
golf kids, membership, club membership. I'd rather focus on chess, you know, it's cheap.
Wow.
And it's a game of...
You think guys are a big boy now. Come
I
on.
guys falling my hand on national
Come
TV.
on, national
What's
team.
most of you? Are you still an avid player of Ludo and Snakes and Ladders? Because you told me it was your passion one time.
No, I'm into long jump, actually.
Okay.
Jump into conclusions.
Oh, I see. Let's go to the Nigerian Tribune quickly. You can call in as well and drop your contributions. One story and we go straight to the focus. Let's start off with Governor Yusuf's defection. Kano APC chiefs warn of forced marriage travails. Tinubu set to meet Kwankwaso after session with Yusuf. But Rahul Ganduje's role remain key issues. NNPP leader may get top government appointment. That's the Nigerian Tribune, please. We're taking the Nigerian Tribune. Let's start off with Nigerian Tribune. That's what we're starting off with. Governor's defection. We're looking at Governor Yusuf's defection. Let's talk about that.
Oh, thank you very much, Joe. This is, to me, no story. We are in 2026, and we can see a lot of strategy everybody is putting in place to retain his position and also to be relevant in the scheme of things when 2027 comes up. Don't forget that before now, I think we have about 28 governors or 29, and now with his own defection, we'll be having about 30. What just is surprising to me that these politicians, the same mouth they will use to condemn a political party is the same mouth they will use to run to people. So how do you want we, the citizens, to have confidence when you say one or two things? When they are in the other party, they will tell you cascade, you know, these other politicians of their failures, their ills, and just overnight, when things are happening, you see everybody cross-carpeted. This that bothers me most is whichever party you are going to, because some of the things a lot of us have said has not worked out, and that's speaking to the fact that if you are moving from a political party to another, you have to vacate your seat, recontest for the seat, and test your popularity whether it will work. So if that pervades, then we know that those are the areas where we need to, not situation where you will win the heart of the people through a political party, and at the middle of the match, you just like a footballer playing for Nigeria, and when it was 60 minutes to the end of the show, he decided to remove his clothes and start playing for the opponent. That's the way to go.
That's a fantastic analogy.
I mean, that analogy is so apt, Mr.
Are you not going to confuse the referee? And who are the referees here? It's with the citizens. Because just yesterday...
I'm going to steal that. I love it.
Just yesterday, we saw you wearing the jersey of a particular party. And why the thing was just going on, and you saw this other opponent, they are winning.
2-0.
Oh, boy, you remove this jersey and wear the other, give me the other jersey. So it will now be 12 against 10 playing on the field of match. You will confuse the referee, you will confuse the players, everybody that answers. So if there are people that are familiar with your face and not your jersey, So you see the opponent playing ball to you, thinking that you are still playing in their favor while you are against them. So this are just interesting thing on the part of the politicians. But we will continue to say that let's give whichever party you want to go to. Our own is giving good governance to the people that you've given the commitment to serve. And with that, any party you like, you can go to. We just want dividend of democracy where we can be proud of enjoying some of the things that God has given to us in this country as natural resources, not just in the hands of very few.
Okay. Let's take a few more headlines.
Yeah, we have plenty of Nigerians.
Desiani's trial in the... I don't want to laugh because I saw that there was a documentary. I don't know if you have seen the documentary. It's dropping today. Today did a documentary on her. Yes, it's dropping today at 5 p.m. I definitely want to catch that. But her case definitely was quite an interesting one. And it seems like this is not one of those cases that have been swept under the carpet.
It's not, because it's not here. If it's here, I'm sure you know by now. If she's not if she's not contesting for senatorial seats, she will either be saying she wants to become the presidential aspirant of a particular party or women leader of a particular party. But because it's not here, it's happening outside the shore of this country. These are part of the problems we have, that politicians, all we hear is anytime you want to talk, and we appreciate that, allegedly, but money are missing until the court prove otherwise. And you get to the court, the person come, defend it, you start begging the person that you have alleged that you have stolen the money. And you ask yourself, is this not confusing as it? But thank God that this is happening in London. That's why an average person will tell you that when issues happen, they tell you go to court, because they know what definitely will. So this cannot be swept under the carpet, except the Nigerian government decide to prevail on the judiciary arm of UK to say, can we forget this case and allow to go? But
they couldn't do that with what's the name of this senator?
The deputy senator.
Yeah,
but you know, it's actually embarrassing that the government sent people there, high-profile delegate, to go and do what?
To go and beg.
To see if they can move him to Nigeria.
So that the next time he's coming in, he's contesting as the presidential aspirant for us. Is this the way we run a country? As far as I'm concerned, it's disappointing, because I asked myself the question, on what premise are we doing this? Somebody is found culpable of doing certain things, let him face the rod of it. And that's why a lot of people will tell you that whatever it is, Joe, you just said something about me, we'll meet in court. And we all know what it is when you get to the court.
All right.
It will be, but this cannot be swept under the carpet.
Well, we now declare the phone lines officially open. If you'd like to call in, please call the number on your TV screen. And also, we're taking comments from YouTube, from the chat box. So please do well to drop your comments regarding any of these stories on the front pages. Still on the front pages, the World Economic Forum WEF 2026, Edu advances Nigeria's interest in Davos, says federal government will rely less on debt, focus on driving investment. Constitutional review, we will begin clause by clause consideration by January 27th. State police, special seats for women top list. We're still on the state police matter. We'll come back to that. Report reveals low awareness of Nigeria's 2025 tax law among business owners in states, and I agree. PDP presidential ticket open to all Southerners, including Jonathan, says Turkey. NWC visits Namadi Sambo. Court orders INEC to publish David Mark's ADC list for FCT area council election.
Okay. I would like us to focus on constitutional
review.
The constitutional review will begin close by close consideration by January 27. State police and special seats for women, top list. And oftentimes when we see constitutional review issues, we always come up with, we see requests for creation of more states. When some of the states we have are not even economically viable. You see things like Igodo State and, you know, all sorts of Lagoon State out of Lagos and things like that. But let's focus on the issues at hand. State policing. Are you for it? And are you also for affirmative action, creating special seats for women, or we're all equal before the law and before God? So the women should fight their way out of this?
Okay.
Wow.
I'd also like to, although she's not an analyst, but it would be nice to get opinion, Oliver.
Can the director please come back on us?
Opinion on this.
Can the director
But
please come
after
back?
the experts,
Let
let
the experts
begin.
to add to
It
your
will not all
question.
go me well with me if you continue like this on this
On the
trajectory.
set where we're 3 men to 1 woman. Please go
No,
ahead.
it's okay. Don't use
Don't
use
be
numbers,
sexist,
please. I mean,
Don't use foul
But
language.
if you pick that on the percentage, at least you have close to 30.
Well,
Yeah.
we have no here.
not bad. That's a good
That's
representation.
a good representation.
So what I'm saying is, shouldn't we have a replication of that in public office?
Yeah, of course. I'm an advocate of giving women. As a matter of fact, if some of my guys at the golf club is watching, they will tell you that I'm master of ceremony for the ladies session because they know that I
Nice.
give my best to them when it comes to their
Be careful how you
activities.
say that. You know, you're
I
married
give my
man.
best to
It doesn't.
them.
It doesn't matter. The woman knows that when it comes to golfing, the
You
ladies
treat them
session,
well.
I treat them well and I give them
Absolutely.
the best. So when it comes to this, it's something I will always tell you. Maybe because of my profession, in our institute, we have a lot of women who have led and have given the direction to show that women can lead. And when they get to an area, I'm sure you know a lot of people will tell you they are difficult to work with, but they are the easiest to work with if you understand what they want. They are principled, they are guided by what they believed in. And they want to exact whatever they feel is the way they need to go about. So this that we have of saying 35% inclusion, my focus is not attaining that 35, but what is the position of women to women? That is the fundamental problem I'm always having.
And I'm going to respond to that.
You know, if you are able to address that
I will
particular
address
issue,
it. I will address
you
it.
you always get the support of men, because even within the women folks, when you get in there, you start asking yourself, okay, when the house that is divided against itself,
How does this
how
start?
do you
I will
ask
come to
Point,
address that.
Senator Natasha
We have a call from
Akpotu-Uduaghan.
Nnamdi. Nnamdi, good morning. Thank you for calling. Let's take this call. I'll come back to address that. Nnamdi, are you there with us? Oh, okay. Unfortunately, we lost that call. Please call back. In response to why you were saying that women do not support women a lot as much as you would get, sometimes, I think, so part of that, first of all, that narrative, that experience is also because a number of women just automatically know that there's been systemic repression of women in many areas, especially in the political space. So it almost feels like putting water in a basket because you almost know that.
So it's a
she's someone
sense
in
of
power.
hopelessness.
So it's a sense, yes, a sense of
No.
a sense of hopelessness in a sense.
Oliver, I won't pick up. You see, the percentage of women in things that we do can change the narrative of things.
I agree.
But there's always this foundation that I ask myself, is it that they are competing on what is not to be, you know the way we guys will
But
relate.
those are limited examples. I mean, you
No,
have
no,
fantastic
see, I've
examples of
seen-
Dora Akuili, Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, trailblazers that are doing
We still have,
amazing
I can make mention of several, even in my institution. Both ICANN, CITN, women of great substance that have done a lot. And they have made the likes of Kuforiji Olubi of blessed memory. We celebrated them. When you talk about the swan arm of ICANN, they are doing exploit. But there are basic things that when you are supposed to put yourself together and say, can we put our resources together to ask that Olive and possibly Tolu, let's come together as women folks, support them. It is then somebody will say, no, Olive cannot move because yesterday he stepped on my leg, even when she merited it. These are areas where they need to address. Sincerely speaking,
All right.
if the women folks put their forces together, men cannot withstand them.
You believe
I keep
that?
saying, yes.
There's already a system that
But-
kicks
but
against that. But let's take
are you
a
sure
call
they
from
can do
Lenin.
it?
We'll come back to let's not make this an argument.
No, I'm just asking,
But
are
I
you
do
sure
want
they
to-
can do it?
Let's have Lenin
It's a
calling from
question.
Abuja. Hold on now. Lenin, good morning. Thank you for calling.
Lenin calling from Abuja.
Good morning, Brenda. Good morning.
And
What's
not
going on
Le-
with
and
our
not
line today?
Leningrad.
I want to
Not Lenny Graffit.
this,
Lenin, are you there with us?
yes, I can hear you. I can.
Village people are with this
can hear
line.
you.
Okay. We don't seem to be able to hear Lenin.
Can you go ahead and speak, please?
I want to talk about this thing that happened in Kaduna. Can you hear me?
Claire, please go ahead.
Yes, okay. this thing that happened in Kaduna. So I'm so ashamed. Like when I got the information this morning that the thing has been clarified. Like, do you know what it means for a chairman of the local government for people to be kidnapped in your local government, and you came out to deny it, and the police, public relationship, and something like that came out to threaten whoever brought out the fake news. Remember, he said something like that. So my worry is there are some persons that have been killed, kidnapped that people don't even know, because these men in authority will like safeguard this information so that people will not know. There are different Nigerians are dying every day without the news coming to, like, people getting to hear the news. 160 something people kidnapped in a state, and a local government chairman come out to defend it, that it's a fake news. When they say they should give power to the local government, just look at this one now. Just look at it. Is sad. It is very, very sad. The police that's supposed to protect us came out to threaten the people that brought out the information. It is so sad. This country, yeah, it's so sad. So sad. Thank you.
Lenny, I would like. I'm surprised it's not in any of them.
Yes, that was the same thing I was checking
very,
for.
very
None of the
surprising.
papers have it. First of all, the police came out and said that it's a lie, that there weren't any kidnappings that happened. Now they've done a U-turn.
Well, the paper, sorry to pause, the papers may not have it because the police did a U-turn just the early hours of this morning after they had gone to the area in Kaduna yesterday towards the afternoon/evening. So maybe they had to go back, file a report, and of course the IG had to be on the IG's table before he did put out that post and gave them a directive.
You know, I think I discussed it, was it yesterday, when it actually came out of the position of the local government. Majority of these are politicians, don't sit where they are actually leading. So they don't have information. It's not that information. Somebody telling there is SA to the chairman, there is SA to the SA, there is SA to the SA to the SA before it now gets. So that one gets the information, whether it's on social media or anywhere, it gives and says, oh God, don't mind them. Nothing is happening, we're on ground. The guy himself is not on ground because majority of some of these local government chairmen do not even reside where they are leading. That's why they cannot feel the pain of when you complain about bad roads that the local government should take. The local government that is meant to be possibly in one state in Southwest is in Lagos.
Or is in Abuja. We need to go on a very quick break. When we come back from the break, we have a few more stories to take on the front page. Keep the conversations or the chats going on via YouTube, and we'll take some more calls when we return. You're welcome back to Breakfast Central. We're still reviewing the front pages of the paper, joined by Sesan Okunade, a public affairs analyst, and we have been taking some stories from the front pages. Just to mention that the phone lines are open. We're open to taking calls as well as taking some comments from YouTube. I should probably go to YouTube and take some comments.
While you do
Powers Amako says,
okay.
Good morning, amazing team. Thank you. Johansson is just without the... Oh, Johansson. Just add an E. He's asking for the correct spelling of your name.
No, O. Okay, Joehans.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. He says, now that it has been confirmed that the kidnapping in Kaduna has been confirmed, will the state government retract their earlier denial? Yes, they have. Why deny in the first place? Situations in Nigeria is becoming the more you look, the less you understand, the more you get confused. Let me go and sip my coffee in peace. So. Then Prince Ajibade says, local government chairpersons live in the city centers while the governors live in Abuja. Hope Uzodinma literally lives in Abuja. Let's now take a call from Cilio, I believe, from Lagos. Thank you. Hello, Cilio. Good morning and thanks for calling.
Yes, I want to discuss on this state police.
Cilio, I believe, from Lagos.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah.
Good morning and thanks for calling.
Yeah, good morning. I want... Now, we're saying that state police, that's not, the name there is Tilio, not Cilio, it's Tilio, T-E-E.
All right.
Thank you, Cilio.
But
unfortunately, we may not be able to take this call because the TV is on. Please, would like to mention before you call, turn down the volume of your TV set or whatever device you're watching from, so that it doesn't interrupt our
I'd
conversation.
like us to run straight to this Nigeria.
All right, let's
I
do
want
that.
I want to get your response. It's the major story, and I know you play with numbers a lot. Tax give vulnerable persons time to adjust before enforcement. Catholic bishops demand urge transparency, accountability. Rising hunger threat to global economic stability. United Nations warns. Different. United Nations. You know, anyway, what's your take?
Yeah, the issue of tax is something that everybody is discussing. My position still stands that the little I've read about it and the implementation we are considering seems to put the vulnerable at rest and at peace from what have actually been created by the new tax act. What do I speak to? Most of the people at the lower cadre, as we speak, will be exempted from paying taxes, and those that are outside the bracket of the exemption are also given, lower tax effective from January when we start getting that, speaking to the payee. And in terms of the SMEs, I think this is the first time we are giving good consideration for the businesses to grow. Part of the reliefs that we can see from it, which I will speak to maybe the vulnerables too, is to see an exemption of over 100 million turnover not being taxed at this point in time. So paying company income tax and all other taxes are exempted if you are not doing 100 million and above, provided that it fits access to is below 250 million. So what this connotes is that the small, medium enterprise will be able to plow back what they are supposed to pay as tax liability to the government, plow back into the business to grow some of this thing. I think there are just misconceptions out there because, averagely, when it comes to the issue of payment of tax, everybody feels run away from it, even in the developed clime, except you have a system that monitor and track activity. That's on the other side. The other aspect of it is where a lot of us, as journalists, as clergymen, as citizens, we need to continue to raise our voice, is asking for accountability on the part of the people. There is serious trust gap, and that's why a lot of people are putting so much resistance in making sure that this new tax law, nobody is seeing the positive aspect of the new tax law. Area everybody is looking at is you want to increase the tax base, you want to increase the number of people you want to bring into the tax net, but you are not doing what is expected of you, and that's what is expected of every one of us, the professionals. If you find your way, leading the people, those politicians, be held accountable for some of the funds that they are getting even from us. How can you be paying taxes and you are the one fixing your road? You are the one providing electricity yourself. You cannot even afford the electricity that is being provided by the government, that is being amounted to be one of the things that are being subsidized even for the citizens. Those are areas every one of us needs to speak to and hold our leaders accountable. But on the part of the new tax law, I think is what I would call a change that can bring the dynamics of things for growth, so that those that are doing less than 100 million can grow the business and be able to provide employment for more people even to do, and also empower individuals who are not going to be taxed now to have more purchasing power in procuring some of the things they do. This we have seen some of the organizations that are struggling, the SMEs that are struggling. When you take tax out of some of the things you have, although the government still have a responsibility, which we have asked the informal sector, those things that they gave commitment to take off the non-state actors who put pressures on the Okada man, the woman selling rice.
Those area boys.
How much are you working on this with the subnationals to make sure that you synergized all this together and everybody have understanding of their commitment when it comes to tax liability?
Let's go back to Tilo. He's on the line again. Hopefully you've turned on the volume of your TV set. Good morning. Go ahead with your conversation or your contribution quickly.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say it's about state police. Now, if we have this kind of democracy that we have got federalism in our democracy, do you think state police can work? Take the state, state like River State. If state police was under Wike when he was the governor, and he's the one choosing every member of the House of Assembly, he's the one choosing every local government chairman and all that will work in that state. Do you think state police can work very well when there will be no dissenting voices, when nobody can argue about what is happening? And I know that in other countries where state police is being run, of course, state police is very well when you think about it, especially the kind of insecurity that we're having. That was the reason why people call for state police. But I do not think that, because I heard some people mentioning some states, Lagos State can do, Kano State can do, River State can do, and some other states like that. But with the kind of democracy that we have, I don't think that Nigeria is right for state police. Not to talk about women coming into the police and looking for affirmative something. State police for today cannot work in Nigeria unless we have a balanced democracy. The kind that we have now cannot work because people are not choosing people based on their merit. People are selecting people to come into leadership positions. That's not going well. We also have that in Umahi State, or Borno State is routing for his son to be the next chairman of a local government. And then you're looking for state police. If he has the mind and money, they can also tell the police what to do. So I don't think state police can work now. Until we have a balanced democracy, that's the only time I think that state police can work in this country. Thank you very much.
Thank you, T. And I believe he shares the sentiments of a lot of Nigerians. And me too, I'm very apprehensive about state policing, and I don't think we're matured for it. And there's the danger of saying, let's go ahead with it and would work out the system.
Yeah, which is what people are saying. Let's just go.
But for Benga, I want to say no to your own reaction about the state policing. I feel that we need to bring security closer to the people, where we have responses. We cannot be taking that sentiment of what somebody is doing in Rivers, in Kano, and use that as a yardstick.
Present structure, and just making the Nigerian police headquarters deploy people to where they are familiar with their states of origin and places where they understand the nooks and crannies, instead of creating a whole new system.
But the reporting channel is still a bottleneck, where before you act at a state, you need to reach to the big boss of the center, which is IG. This is happening
when they're stopping young boys on the street and searching their pockets, they don't reach to the IG before.
They tell you that those are part of the common things that they do. But when issues within the states are happening, that is beyond, a CP needs to report to higher authority for further action before it. That's why they will tell you that the governor may not have 100% control.
I agree with you. I don't think that we can just jump into the conclusion that if we do this, these are the implications. Insanity, they say, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. We need to, the argument for the decentralization of power has been a long discussion. Rather than just talking about it, how about we foresee what the potential challenges might be and then create systems and frameworks that would ensure we don't get into those challenges?
Yeah, I share that, because now we have more that is being devoted into the hands of the state governors. We have security votes coming unaccounted for, and we are talking about state policing, so we can hold them accountable. So much that has actually been, given to you. We are not getting the security, because any area that is secured, I can tell you, prosperity is bound to definitely happen there. So it will be a wake-up call to every governor to see how he actually intensify in securing your state. So possibly you end up to be a governor where you don't have people in your state where you have to govern, where they are all migrated the same way because of the failure of few things we are experiencing in the country. Everybody decide to jump back. So even within the country, people will jump back from your state because they consider that it's not secure, and go to a better state where they feel that they are safe, because the governor is intentional about protecting the people there.
We saw what the governor of Borno State, the effort he made in fighting insecurity.
Very hands-on.
Very hands-on. He was on the field. He went there, spent some days, about 3 days, slept there where the attacks had happened, against public advice or against advice from
maybe security aides and the like.
Security aides, exactly. So
until when they start feeling the pain that the common man are feeling. They will not understand what is actually going on out there.
Okay, Mr. Okunade, thank you for joining us. And to wrap up the conversation, I want to go back to what we said earlier and to say that sometimes when we say that women do not support women, even in politics, some of these statements are at best theoretical. We don't have enough data to support that. The same way that you would argue that some men don't support women as well. They're just theoretical, that's one. Two, statements like these are statements that are made to further propagate an idea, the institutional and systemic oppression of women in the political space. So if we are going to see more women participating in politics, not only do we have to encourage them, we need to see more men stand as allies of these women in politics, because the system is currently rigged against women.
Okay, well, maybe
very well said.
Yeah, maybe Olive, I will just react that it's not theoretical on my side. I have that opportunity of engaging with women, and most of the time when elections are even to be carried out in their session, we see a lot of argument, even when they are to come up with a
But it
position.
happens with men too.
There are ways
Look at
that men
PDP.
will just stand
Is it
in.
Thank
women
you
that
so
destroyed
much.
PDP?
It is women that destroyed the
so-
Labour
Olive,
Party.
I wish we had time, but because today is Women Crush
My
Wednesday,
fellow
and
feminists,
because you've
thank
spoken
you.
so well, my Woman Crush Wednesday this morning
It's for
is
me.
for my wife.
Wow.